Hello, everyone. Welcome to week 2, seminar 2. My name is Ashley Perry, and I'd like to introduce the social construction of technology. Here are some of the topic highlights I'm going to be addressing. We have SCOT, which is the acronym for Social Construction of Technology, Government and Investors, Users Changing Technology, Moral Panic, Social Shaping of Technology, and then Domestication of Technology. So, what is SCOT? Social construction of technology is a theory. It's perspective theory that focuses on how technologies arise from social processes. Really, what that's advocating is that technology does not determine human action, but rather human action and human actions shape technology around us. In previous chapters, they mentioned that machines have the power, and in this section of the book, it's this theory is saying that people have the power. And Scott views technological determination perspective as inadequate, as explanations, and dangerously misleading because human beings, not machines, are agents of change. As men and women introduce new systems of machines that alter the world we live in. And that is a quote from our book. Up next, we're going to talk about governments and investors. So, Scott theorists see technological developments, adoption, is influenced by many factors. So, the inventors create the tech, and then we have investors, both private and governmental, and they fund and shape the pursuit of success of the tech. And then the users use the tech however they see fit. But many of these factors include social, economic, governmental, cultural, but ultimately the users are the people with the power. A quote from our book by Raymond Williams, it be found on page 46, argues that whatever the original intention to develop a technology might be, subsequently other social groups with different interests or needs adapt, modify, or subvert the use to which any particular technology is put. So I think what he's trying to say there is it depends on what benefit you're out looking for. Investors want to sell you something. The government needs to regulate things. So truly, whatever the inventor created the technology for, it's going to be determined by some of those factors that include social, economical, governmental, and cultural factors that will take part in how the tech will be used. So the people have the power. Um, Chapter 2 from Personal Connections in a Digital Age discusses how the internet was originally conceived as a military backup system. And as we know now, users have acquired technology and have changed it to what we know it as today. These are just some examples on the slide of users changing technology over time. You know, we went from the rotary dial phone to text messages and emails and FaceTime video calls. We use technology on social media platforms to connect with colleagues, family, and friends. You can use your technology in your home to book vacations. Investing has also greatly increased due to technology. We all know now that we're doing a lot of schooling at home through technology. Another big boom that's come about with technology and apps is food delivery. You know, Grubhub, Uber Eats, um, especially during the pandemic. A lot of those app-based technologies saved some restaurants from closing. We have banking on our phones. Porn industries is a big one, and also, of course, dating websites. So um, this theory says that the people have the power and users changing technology over time. This is what we've kind of developed over time. But with that, Dr. Ricky introduced earlier in her seminar that technology comes with fear. New tech also comes with policy making behind decisions for general well-being. Um, Our book discussed many uncomfortable in chapter 2, many uncomfortable topics about children likely to be exposed or exploited for pornography or sexual encounters with strangers, sexting, and cyberbullying. All of those things could be fatal. So policymakers on a personal level, within households, government, and even tech designs, they have to take those things into consideration. Um, Social shaping of technology was brought up. This is kind of the middle ground perspective. The quote says, if technology determinism locates cause with technology and social constructism locates cause with people, then the third perspective must be social shaping. And again, this is back to, that people shape the technology. Currently in our world, we are using technology, more than ever to create, learn, and connect and build wealth. And it's like we have a domesticated tech in every household, kind of like the common dog or cat. Speaking of domestication of technology, SCOT theorists mention that what was once a marvelous and strange entity capable of creating greatness and horror is now so ordinary and it's almost invisible. Here are two examples from our book about the process of how it became so domesticated, and they're kind of funny. Saying the new saying the internet is destructive because it can be used incorrectly is like saying that mankind would be better off without fire because it is too dangerous. And here's another one. Get a clue, Anne. Condemning the internet because some people met scoundrels online is like condemning parks because a pedophile exposed themselves to children in a park. So, there are good and bad with everything according to this example. Excuse me one second. I like to use my aunt as an example because she's in her 60s and she still has a flip phone, and she refuses to get the internet, get a tablet, or she's never Googled. She still has to punch dial to get to the letters to send a text message. But due to the pandemic, her job is requiring her to jump on Zoom meetings. And, she's struggling with that. So I hope you guys enjoyed my presentation. Up next are just the highlights of the topics covered in chapter 2. And then also I will have some questions for you to answer. So my questions are, describe what kind of technology usage, phone or internet access policies you think are beneficial for young children within a home. Question 2, do you think primary schools should have lessons to better educate children on how to use technology appropriately to avoid danger or ensure well-being? Because chapter 2 talked a lot about cyberbullying. Question 3, do you know anyone who refuses to join the digital era, and how do you think it affects their life? This is also from our book. It was just some humor if you guys wanted to have a look. Thank you so much for watching my presentation, and I look forward to reading your questions.